Well, they give to the state, the nation, and humanity as a whole, and each year the state gives back by bestowing 7 Oklahomans with the state's highest honor, induction into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame. This year's class of inductees included Stan Clark, Edith Kinney Gaylord, Tom Ward, Suzanne Warren, Ron White, Lee West, and Bart Connor. In this excerpt from this week's Hall of Fame induction ceremony, we bring you some of the inductees' humble and humorous acceptance speeches.
I also owe a debt of gratitude to the state of Oklahoma for my public education. My life has been enriched because of higher education, both as a student and as a regent. I'd like to say special thanks to Governors David Boren, George Nye, Brad Henry, and Mary Fallon for appointing me to these regents' appointments. But I also would like to thank all of them for being pro-education and for considering that education is indeed an investment for Oklahoma's future.
I have never been accused of being a modest or an humble person. However, even I must concede that I am not deserving of this great distinction. I suspect this is because, as former Governor Alfalfa Bill Murray famously observed, all those other sorry SOBs have died and gone to hell. So that means that there is a lot to be said just for living long enough to get here, and I'm somewhat indebted to my fellow inductee and cardiologist Ron White for keeping me alive long enough to get here. Let the record reflect that my good friend Coach Barry Switzer is no longer the only son of a bootlegger in the Oklahoma Hall of Fame. I have had several opportunities to live and work outside this state, and invariably, inexplicably, some might say, I could hardly wait to get back to Oklahoma. I have never wanted to permanently live outside Oklahoma, even though some nights when we were dodging tornadoes, brush fires, and now earthquakes in 100 degrees heat, I cannot help but think, you gotta be out of your cotton picking mind.
For me, receiving this honor is pretty remarkable, considering I have but one discernible skill. I can walk on my hands. That's really all I got. So I wondered tonight, what could I possibly do to ensure that my remarks might be unique and hopefully somehow memorable? Then I thought, over the 85 years of this grand celebration, I'll bet that no one has actually done a handstand during their acceptance speech. So, here you go. You know, that's the only way to follow Judge West, is do a handstand.